Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
Wishful thinkers, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. As always, you have your boys Nick and Hadley here. We are here today with a Cleveland local legend, Bobby Booshay, in the mix. Thanks for coming on, brother.
What's up, fellas? Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming on. Now, typically we like to go chronologically. We'll start at the beginning and we'll move forward. But before we do that, I want to give your flowers a little bit. So,
Oh, man.
he's Cleveland's own rhythm architect. Raised in Northeast Ohio, Bobby Booshay built his reputation from block parties to main stages. Over more than a decade behind the decks, he's become one of the city's most dynamic open-format DJs and producers. By age 6, he was commanding crowds in East Flatbush. Today, he's Cleveland's Music Awards Best DJ multiple times over, headlined Red Bull events, iHeartRadio, and even spun on Diplo's Revolution Sirius XM in 2023. He's open for mega acts from MGK, Marshmello, Bone Thugs and Harmony to 50 Cent, Lil Uzi Vert, and more, solidifying his place in the mix alongside top-tier talent.
Holy shit.
With spots at venues like FRWRD, Goodnight, John Boy, and Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and partnerships with big brands like Red Bull, All-Star Game. Bobby is not just a DJ, he's a cultural force in live music and entertainment. Bobby Booshay, welcome to the Wishful Thinking Podcast.
Damn. Can I, have that as my new bio? Holy shit. That's better than anything I fucking thought of. Oh, my God.
I'll send it to you. How about that?
Yeah. Holy shit. I need it. Yeah. That's my update. Oh, my
Send it to
God.
you.
Bobby Booshay killing it.
Wow. Wait, was that all ChatGPT or was that from the heart?
Most of it from the heart, but it was perfected with ChatGPT.
Okay. I like the honesty at least.
I use ChatGPT for the research side of it.
Yeah.
Because it's able to very quickly get some research.
I was going to say,
And then we
pulls
just
it all
made it all
together.
concise.
Pulls
I
it out,
tweaked it to make it how I would normally say things. So,
all right. I'm with it.
well, yeah, man.
Sure.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
thank
So
Hell yeah.
let's start with the beginning. Who is Bobby Booshay? So where are you from originally, and what was your upbringing like?
Let's see. Originally from, I guess I could say the east side of Cleveland, so kind of a mixture of Menor, Painesville, Concord area, and then eventually just was in Kirtland, so which is near Willoughby. So that was the final thing once moving around stopped. Yeah. Yeah.
So how was what was your upbringing like? Would you say did you have a mom dad dynamic pushing you to do things, or how was single family home?
Kind of a mix, parents were together at first, eventually kind of split, so then it was kind of a mixture of going back and forth. But even within that, still a good childhood, I would say.
That's good.
Within that, I don't know, any kid starting out trying to figure out where I want to go or what I want to do. So trying sports never really worked.
Mm-hmm.
Went to football camp, hated it, did soccer, finally scored a goal, and then mid-game I was like, cool, I quit. I'm done.
Accomplished the goal there.
Yeah, did basketball at some point, never made a shot, so I was like, all right, well, it's not for me. Wanted to try golf at one point. That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Never did baseball, but just found out sports weren't for me, and slowly just got more and more into music. Eventually wanted to learn to play drums. Parents didn't want to give me a drum kit, and then eventually my dad kind of talked me into doing guitar. So then he got me a guitar, which then led to taking 10 years of lessons.
Nice.
Or maybe 9 or 8. I don't know. It kind of is a blur at this point. But learning guitar at that point, which then really, I was already into music, but that spawned the real journey. And
That
so
solidified it for you to where you're I can take this.
yeah, of all
another
right,
route.
this is where I'm actually excelling, which then eventually which that got me into blues, rock and roll, early metal, heavy metal, death metal, everything, to where then I was like, all right, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
Eventually it was kind of that's, I then started to get into electronic music, and I was like, oh, I like this. And then so slowly kind of faded out of the guitar stuff, tried to be in bands. It just didn't work.
Were you ever trying to write music, or were you always solely just instrumental?
Yeah, like the friends I had at the time, we were trying to start bands and we were like trying to write our own stuff.
really?
And we did. There's probably like some horrible footage of like these songs that we did.
Really?
At one point, it was like me and my one friend named Ellen at the time. We like went and did like a benefit show for somebody, and it was just me and him playing guitar, him singing, no drummer, no bass player, and we like basically just performed like an original song.
That's cool.
It's supposed to be like a heavy metal song, trying to do like a breakdown without any like drums or anything. It just whatever.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's sweet though.
Yeah,
Probably a fun experience at the least.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, even if like I think like first actual like guitar performance was like me and another friend of mine named Chris. We performed like at our school dance.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like me playing guitar, him playing bass, and we just played like 3 or 4 cover songs. And like, but that was like the first like real performance, like live taste, I guess you could say.
So you guys were doing that in high school when you were performing, or was that like college?
Dude, that was like, for that one with me and Chris was like middle school.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like middle
shit.
school.
Chris.
Yeah. Shout out Chris. I just saw him not that long ago.
Nice.
But yeah. So it started like within then, and then eventually, yeah, like DJing and electronic music like also started in middle school. So then I started DJing in 2012, I think. Yeah, still in like middle school, all through high school, and all through college.
DJing, doing events and stuff like.
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah. Like I was like 16, 17 in places that I probably shouldn't have been in.
What was your first gig? Do you remember your first gig? Like
Yes.
first DJ gig?
Million times %. Yeah. It was in downtown Willoughby at the time it was called, well, it went through multiple names, but I think when I did it was called the Enclave. But so it was literally a coffee shop that had a stage, and I would go there before and I'd see like either like friends or like family members that were in bands, and it was like this little tiny coffee shop. And then my friends at the time, they had a band called Hollis Kings. I don't know if like you guys were like into like a lot of the local stuff, but they were like on the rise, like super dope. They were doing a music video release, and I had like gotten into DJing, and at this point I didn't have a controller. I learned how to like mix and beat match on virtual DJ just with the keyboard and the mouse.
Wow.
So just doing it super manual. And then I was like, all right, I'm good to do a live show. And then they threw me on the show. I sold tickets and everything. I borrowed a friend's laptop because I didn't have a laptop, and bought a controller. And from then on, now we're here.
Damn. So that's literally the definition of just by any means necessary trying to make it work. You borrowed your friend's laptop.
Pretty much.
Even we use virtual DJ because he does some stuff with us too.
Yeah.
And it's tough if you want to use just a mouse and the keypad. Like,
Oh yeah.
the controller makes it way easier.
Yeah. So I just figured out how to do it, like learned like within a week with the controller. But I'm a fanatic, I guess I would say, of like to where like I deep dive into the research. So I'm watching videos on YouTube, okay, how to mix, looking at it with the exact controller I want to get, like tutorials, this, then, the third, just like hyper focused on it to like figure it out. And then even like eventually after that, like I still didn't have enough money for a laptop, so I was bringing around like an actual tower.
Oh man.
Like an actual PC with the monitor, everything.
Wow.
I would carry it around in a suitcase
Wow.
because I just couldn't afford a laptop yet.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Did
That's
you
actually
always
really cool.
did you always go by Bobby Booshay when you were starting off, or how'd you come up with that?
No, originally when I got into EDM and stuff like that, I was going by Sub Grime, which is then like it was a mix of like I like Sublime,
Yeah.
and then like since I was into EDM mainly like upstep and stuff like that, they would like people back then would always call like if like a track was good, it was super grimy, it was like gross, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I was like, cool, that's what I want to play. I fuck with Sublime and like the rhythm and vibe of it, but then also this. So then started as that, went by that for a little bit, and then like I tried to kind of do like a split persona of it to where it was like the DJing was Sub Grime, and then like the like guitar playing and everything was like Bobby Booshay. But then eventually it just kind of, I was like, I'll just morph it into one.
Where did Booshay come from?
I mean, I like the obvious of the Water Boy,
Oh.
but I try to not really correlate it too much. It's also spelled different, but that's how I thought it was spelled. Even seeing the movie, I just like, that's how I spelled it in my mind. And obviously my real name is Bobby, Robert, whichever. And then the only real correlation with the movie besides the name is obviously in that he has a stutter. I have one too, so it just kind of like pieces it. Hopefully that didn't catch that.
No.
But it just pieces it all together and kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That is
So it's like my own personal life within it, but then also like just kind of a play on all of it.
That's cool. So it meshes well with a lot of things. I like that.
Yeah.
So when you were starting off being a DJ, did your family support it, or did you have a hard time trying to show them like, hey, this is what I want to do? Because when you go into the DJing world, or anybody who's pursuing a passion, family's like, oh, you should go to school, you should do this, you should do that, but your heart might be somewhere else.
Yeah, no, definitely was. Certain family members were not highly supportive. It was kind of like, I think even at one point, one of them was like, yeah, like, we don't want you doing this, like, straight up said it. And I was like, oh, wow. That was like one of the most
brutal
crushing things. I was like, wow, that fucking sucks. Am I allowed to swear on here? Does it matter?
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
I figured, whatever.
Yeah, we're wrong.
Already so deep.
Good.
But yeah, no, like basically said that, yeah, they weren't supportive. Others were like totally about it, you know, but eventually as time went on, which like granted, I was in kind of certain places I was going to play were like pretty seedy and like sketchy, you know, whatever. I was always fine. Like nothing, like knock on wood, like nothing ever happened.
Right.
But, no, yeah. There were eventually though there was moments to where there'd be certain milestones and like I do certain things and then it's like, okay, like this is real, like this is actually like it's not just some like hobby or like I'm not just going to these sketchy places for nothing.
So you've almost earned their respect in your profession now.
Pretty much, like it kind of lit like a fire under my ass where I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll prove it to them. I'll show them, whether it's them or like anybody, you know, whether it's people I don't know or like friends or whoever the fuck, like it doesn't matter. I'll show them like, hey, like I can do this. Like I'm going to do it.
That's fire,
So
man.
That is fire.
just to like have the own self-motivation within it and just, you know, it's always good to prove people wrong.
Was there a specific moment where, or maybe what was the first time that your parents or family, whoever, gave you your props for what you do?
I don't know if there's like a specific like moment where there's been like exact like props, but even like one of the thing was just like 1 year for my birthday, I was playing at like Magnolia where John Boy is now, but I was playing there and some of them like came out that night and like they had never like seen it besides like at that coffee shop way back. So like think that's where it started and now it's like some years later now we're at like a major club like downtown. So I think seeing that then finally like really put it into perspective of like, all right, this is actually something.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe that moment is like one of them. And then as time's gone on and everything, playing larger stages, doing larger shows, playing like major venues, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, like.
When did you break into that part, like really break into the Cleveland scene and like getting put on with bigger stuff and making that name?
Shit. Trying to think. It kind of just started with like, cause I was doing like mainly EDM shows and then eventually like morphed into like DJing for like rappers and like doing those shows. So like even back at Peabody's when that was still around.
Yeah, I remember.
And shit like that.
Right.
So like from there, I guess that was like the start of it. And then eventually like got in to do like a Wednesday at Harley House like way back. And then from there, like I just kind of like slowly built it, got more offers to do other stuff, and then just connecting and meeting more people. Just slowly built it.
Would you say that's the biggest thing is just meeting people, networking, and
1,000,000%? Yeah, just meeting. Like you know, it's good. It's good, and you should have like all the talent in the world because that's what you need at the end of the day to really back it up and sustain it. But also like meeting people, talking to people, making new connections. It's definitely also helps with who you know.
Yeah.
You know, that'll help build it. But then also you have to have the end product. And like, again, I always preach it of like do good work.
Yeah.
You do the good work. That's what helps you last and keeps people coming back to like book you and everything. I'm sure like if you guys weren't good at all the weddings that you're doing, that you still wouldn't be getting calls.
Right.
So
No, 100%.
you're at least doing something right within it to where it's like you're giving these people a good product.
100%. I mean, doing good work's always the biggest factor, but you're absolutely right. I mean, networking is huge, meeting people, especially as you grow bigger and bigger. And one of the underlying themes that we see when we have a lot of Cleveland people come in is like we had a guy come in. He was a music producer, and he produced a song on Young Dolph and Key Glock's album.
Is it Mondo?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know Mondo?
Yeah.
There you go. So Mondo came on our podcast, and we were just talking blah blah blah. And what we've noticed with everybody Cleveland is like Cleveland supports Cleveland.
Yep.
And you're here. Kumar's coming on. You just did stuff with ILTHY. We never talked to you before. Never talked to Kumar before.
Mhm.
And we have 250 followers. But you were like, okay, yeah, we'll come.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like that is Cleveland.
Yeah.
So has that helped you a lot in your career too? Just the support and the nature of how Cleveland is.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, and I've been around long enough to kind of see like a lot of it kind of morph to where, I don't know, sometimes here in Cleveland, and it's probably like anywhere too, there's kind of like a crabs in a bucket mentality with certain stuff to where people are like, you know, just want to go above one another.
Mhm.
But then like at the end of the day, everybody also has to realize like you have to work
You gotta really work.
together no matter what. And like it's a small city,
Mhm.
even like the country is actually like even as vast as it is, it's still small to where we all know each other. Or like you go out to LA, there's a big population of people from Cleveland out there, and they want to do nothing but help other Cleveland people. They're like down to do that anywhere you go, like that. Like, no, I think no matter what, if you're from here, you realize how it is, you realize how tough it is here. But I think a lot of people realize too is that if you can make it here, you can also make it kind of anywhere if you can make the name. But it just like we all, I think now want to see each other win no matter what.
100%.
That's my mentality. If I win, you win, you win, I win.
Yes.
Like
And I
that's
feel
how
like-
I think about
I
it.
feel like there is a misconception though, because some people will be like, "Oh, Cleveland, you know, people aren't supporting, people aren't doing that." But that's only when you don't have anything for somebody to support, or you're not really doing anything for people to do. It's like you're not. What are you showing for us to help out with?
No,
Just
100%.
like, you
No,
know?
100%. And I think people kind of like, also people just like get in the weird, not weird mindset. It's like a typical mindset of it, but you know, like people don't have to support you. You can't expect everybody to support you just because they're your friends or like whatever. Like not everybody's going to support it, and that's fine.
Right.
I think that's what people don't realize is like, you know, you're going to go start a business and then you're like, all right, all these people like have been telling me to go do this, and then you start it and then like you're not seeing all those same people. It's like it's okay that you're not, but you just have to realize like it all comes with time. And it's like what everybody says is like, you know, people don't always support on the way up. They support once you've like made it,
That's true.
which like it happens, but that's just the reality. And I think if you realize it sooner and you keep that in mind with stuff, like it makes the journey at least like a little bit easier to, you know.
And enjoy yourself while you're doing it. I think too, that's a big thing, because a lot of people are doing it for that instant gratification or instant turnaround, and that's not going to happen. You've got to do it for your own personal want.
$1,000,000%.
One of my favorite quotes is "Innovators aren't always celebrated at first."
Yep.
And that's exactly it. So how did the Sirius XM, the Diplo revolution start happen?
Basically just connecting with two of the guys that run it, so DJ 5 and Eric Lux, who are out in Los Angeles, but they're like OG guys that have been around like longer than you and me put together. So just slowly kind of connecting with them. They just kind of like rebranded it and like switched it over, but they've been doing that kind of series on that channel for good couple years, and eventually Five had just hit me like, hey, would you want to do a mix for it? Would love to have you. And I was like, yeah, like, of course, why not? So same thing, just building a relationship with people. I think like 1.5 had came to town to play at FRWRD, so I was like, yo, let's meet up, grab some dinner beforehand, and just fostering a relationship, you know, eventually to where he's like, yo, would love to have you on this.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Very sick.
And that's a main point I want to talk about to everybody at home is networking is so important no matter what field you're in. If you're building a business, if you're building, you know, a brand or a name for yourself, at the end of the day, people do business with people they like.
Yep.
So just be yourself, be authentic, be nice and courteous, go out, shake hands, and then you will make the connections that you want to make happen.
That, and don't limit yourself to the people that are only like in your field. Like you can learn and like gain stuff from like anybody that does anything.
Yeah.
100%.
Cross over to other fields, learn different things, because you never know when you could need something from another industry in your industry.
And everything could end up correlating anyways, you know what I mean? Like you can meet somebody in another field and then they might get introduced to something that has to pertain with you, and then they can slide you on. Like
Exactly.
everything is
100%.
everything is networking and communication for sure.
Yes, sir.
So you're doing sets at FRWRD now. Goodnight, John Boy. You do some stuff with the Rock and Mortgage, the ROMO Fieldhouse.
Oh, is that what people call it?
They
The
go
ROMO?
ROMO,
I never
or
heard
something like
I've
that.
never heard that in my life. but
ROMO,
all right.
ROMO for something. I was somewhere and they're like, yeah, the ROMO. I'm like,
I mean, that makes
ROMO.
sense.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it
they
does.
called it the-
Rocket Mortgage, so
Yeah, yeah.
ROMO, they called it, or something like
Oh.
that.
Remote.
I don't know. I heard somebody say it. What's it like playing in places like that?
John Boy's been cool because I've been there since it like originally opened. I think now it's going on 3 or 4 years, and then we've opened 6 other locations like
6
around the
of them.
country. Yeah,
I know there's one in Columbus.
Yeah, there's Columbus, Cleveland, San Diego, Chicago, St. Petersburg, Florida, and then the newest one's in Delray Beach in Florida.
Sick.
And
You played those other ones? Or?
yeah, I've played at pretty much every single one besides the Delray one yet,
Damn.
but eventually that'll happen. But yeah,
That's
I've
tough.
opened every single one of them.
Really?
really.
Yeah. So that's been great to see like that whole thing grow. FRWRD was great just because it was it's such a unique venue.
Yep.
Like
There's nothing like it in Cleveland.
yeah, unlike anything. So then I was there for 6 or more years, something like that. So just being able to see like that grow, the opportunities that came with it, the people I was able to like meet and connect with, the artists to like open for, and everything like that was like unreal.
That's sick. When the Cavs were in the playoffs this previous year, there was the Fan Fest downtown on East 4th.
Yep,
You were DJing those.
correct. Yeah.
My uncle is an audio engineer, and he was your audio engineer.
Oh, was he like the guy
The big,
that was there each time?
yeah,
Okay.
big guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. That was all cool. Same thing. Even that came from we had did like a private event for the Cavs at Welcome to the Farm / all of our other spaces in that building, and the woman that's like basically in charge of like I guess it's like fan events or like events for / with the Cavs. She had contacted me like, hey, we got this opportunity for like the Fan Fest on East 4th. Would you be interested in down? I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it was like a 2 days notice / like I think I was in Miami, so then I had to
Oh,
like
shit.
switch my flight. I left at I think I got done in Miami at like 2 a.m. Then had a flight at like 5 a.m.
Wow.
Got back with an hour to spare to then go right to East 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you traveling with just your board when you do that, or?
No, I don't even have to travel with anything. Usually, like most places, luckily enough, where I'm going, they already have everything, so I don't have to travel with
Laptop,
any.
basically.
Yeah, just laptop, and then like with the East 4th thing, I think I had to bring my own controller, but that's it.
That's fire.
Easy enough.
So how do you prep for a big show versus like a private or local gig?
It kind of varies. For like, I obviously like the private, like local, like I obviously have like my main crate of just stuff where I know it's like certified bangers, stuff that works no matter where you're at, and everything like that. And then little sub crates of like different vibes, or I'll break it down like by venue and everything like that. For larger stuff, or if I'm opening for people, I really dig and like do a lot of research of I try to like figure out stuff that's relevant to them. So the perfect examples are like last year, like open for the Black Keys. So when I did that, I like went in and researched and watched interviews with them of like, okay, you know, like they had one with DJ Vlad. So within that, they're like talking about their early years in Akron and how they both met and they bonded over like 90s hip hop and everything like that. So when I opened for them, I'm like, all right, I could play like some good 90s stuff. Or Danger Mouse was like a co-producer on like their first couple albums. So I'm like, cool, I could play some Danger Mouse. And like that's just a little like what's the word? Why am I blanking right now? Just like a little holy shit.
Nod to them almost. I know what
Yeah,
you're saying, 'cause
like
it's like you took the time to pick it out.
Pretty
show
much.
that you did research, so then when they're listening, it's almost like that they would remember you.
Yeah, it's just a little like nugget of like if you're like a big deep fan in their discography, you know that. So then you hear it and you're like, oh shit, like that makes sense. So it's just a little something super subtle. So stuff like that, or even last year again, same thing, opening for Bone Thugs. Went, watched interviews, research. I'm like, okay, who do they have beef with? Who do they still have beef with? Kind of same thing with like opening for 50 Cent. He's got beef with fucking everybody.
Yeah, you don't want to play that.
Yeah, so it's
you
like
play the wrong song. They come out there and drag you.
Exactly. So like I'm not gonna play like any Ja Rule, any like random shit to where it could like mess up the vibe.
Right.
You know, the worst thing you want to do is to like play a song with like somebody that they're beefing with, and then it sets like a wrong tone, and then they're looking at you crazy. So I always just try to do like deep dive research into like who I'm working with, who I'm opening for, just to where I can compliment them. I can add to the show instead of like
just being a random,
just doing whatever that doesn't even make sense.
It
like
all flows.
seamlessly. Like you go and open for Bone Thugs and then you're playing like EDM house music. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna dive back into like some good like 90s like hip hop and stuff like that.
So you basically like curate playlists for pretty much a lot of the sets that you do.
Yeah, like if it's a club, it's obviously like open format, kind of just whatever in the moment, like rating the crowd more. And with more specialty stuff, like I'm gonna curate it more. And then even like for example, like this upcoming week's like MGK Day like weekend, so I'm doing like 2 of the brunch parties.
Okay.
One is like Sounds of America, and then the next one is all throwback like MGK music, which that's easy for me. Whatever, that's already done.
The brunch party, is that going to be at the 27?
Yeah.
So what days are those that you'll be there?
Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. each.
We'll likely
one.
see you down there.
Yeah, because we're vlogging. We're going to be down there shooting, so.
I would get there early because there's going to be a fat line.
Oh.
But so for the one where it's like Sounds of America, like this whole week I'm going to do research and I already know what I'm kind of going to do. But basically like to me and going off like the sound of what the album already sounds like, I'm going to go in and pull from that and be like, all right, cool. So it's called Lost Americana. And from what's already been said, it's like very like to like the golden age, like kind of free, good feeling stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, cool. We'll go back to like obviously like Bob Dylan. He had Bob Dylan narrate the trailer for the album. Do I don't know, even like the one song is Sunshine sounds like Sugar Ray to me a little bit. Like has that just feel good kind of summer.
Feel good, yeah.
But so I'm like, cool, I could pull from that. And then cliches like kind of boy band-esque, so I can pull from NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys, yep.
So then that'll that'll all culminate together and create the sound for that brunch party of like
will be
stuff like
tough.
that.
Yeah.
So just doing, like I said, I'm like thematic with the research
Super
and just like
diving
dig deep
into the
it.
rabbit hole. And
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's like it's almost like you take a psychological approach
Yeah.
to the way you, and I
Yeah.
respect the life out of that because I
That's
think
tough.
that's what separates you from other DJs. And myself personally, I like to, like when I go and I do sets, I never have the same set.
Yeah.
Because I do weddings. No wedding is gonna be the same.
Yeah.
No couple is gonna be the same.
Yep.
The guests are all gonna be different, and you have to read. So I do think that's what separates you apart because a lot of DJs will have a set, play that same exact set,
Yep.
no matter where they go.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna hit the same everywhere.
No. Plus, like to your point, no couple's the same. Some couples don't want certain artists.
Yeah.
They don't want this. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want that. So you got to kind of weave through. Obviously, you have your mainstays of like stuff you know you're gonna play that'll hit no matter what. Like you're gonna always play Hit Low. You're gonna play
No hands. and-
yeah. Like those are like certified bangers that you know will work.
If I were anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty universal no matter who the couple is for sure. But then you'll have the ones where they're like, cool, no Bruno Mars, no Taylor Swift, no this, that, and
That
third.
does pop. No Bruno Mars pops up a lot. Too.
It's
I see
been
that.
a lot
Trending
recently.
a lot more
Like,
recently.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Big time recently. So, but yeah, even with that, so then you have to sit there and you're like, all right, how do I approach this? Or the one, which actually, wait, I got a question. What is your go-to dance floor opening song?
September
Is it every time?
every time.
Okay.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
For the weddings, though.
For
so
the
that's-
wedding.
Yeah. That's what I
And-
mean with
and
that.
that is because that song's a banger, number one. It's
Yep.
timeless, number two. And it doesn't matter if you're old or young.
Yep.
You're going to like that song. And 9 times out of 10, it gets everybody on the dance
And
floor.
it starts off like it kind of like drags them.
Yeah.
You got a little crescendo to it, you know?
It has the energy to like suck people into it. Yeah.
What is your opening night song?
Dude, for like a long time it was Uptown Funk.
Really?
Yeah, just because it
That
started.
is a banger. though.
It's at like 1:15. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at 1:15 ppm. It has that energy to get people kind of moving.
That's a good one.
It gives them like the motion of like, all right, I want to dance now and everything like that. But as you said, like there's been more and more like do not plays with Bruno Mars. So I've
Yeah, it
been
has
trying
been.
to do whatever. But like luckily too, last couple weddings I ended up doing, the last two actually were both Serbian weddings.
Really?
Mm.
So they had like more like traditional elements, and there's a more traditional song. And first one I did, they wanted to open the dance floor with it, and so then the next Serbian wedding I did, I was like, cool, maybe we start with this because what it does, it brings all your friends and family
Yeah.
out, brings them all together because they do like a big group circle dance to
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, we can do that, and then after there, we can just go wherever.
Wherever.
Or wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's interesting. The dynamic of a wedding's, I'm sure, is a lot different from a club. I've never done a club. I've thought about it. I don't really know if it's my scene. I do a lot of different things. I don't know if I can do it, but I could certainly DJ and bring the energy.
Yeah.
My thing is with the wedding is like I usually start with some September, and then maybe I'll go like Dancing Queen,
Yep.
and then I can weave my way into some Rihanna. You know, it's interesting. DJing is great. So that being said, you've opened for a lot of big people:
Yeah.
MGK, Marshmello, Lil Uzi, 50 Cent.
Yep.
Who surprised you the most? And by surprise, it could mean a lot of things. Like who was nothing like you thought they'd be, or who blew it out of the water. Or
You know what? I'll want to give him his credit and flowers. James Kennedy. It's under the couch. You're lost with it.
okay, there's
It happened. It's gone. No, for sure, James Kennedy. I opened for him last year at Forward for like the opening weekend, like first night back in the summer, and like he like really surprised me. He held the energy great, got everybody like super into it, and was like just like very, very surprising. So definitely want to give him his flowers. And he wasn't like some influencers to where like they do like a pre-recorded set sometimes, or like he's not actually DJing, but him for sure.
a lot of people will do pre-recorded sets. A lot of people will do pre-recorded transitions.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah. That's kind of what I mean with like some of the influencer people. Sometimes they literally just do it's a whole set
Yeah.
already done for them.
Yeah.
But no, he was actually like playing, mixing, and doing everything. So he was the biggest. I don't know, for when it's like influencer people, I kind of have like low expectations. So he definitely like exceeded it for sure, and definitely want to give him his credit.
What do you think? I think we should hop into the halftime report and then get back into the questionnaires here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, halftime report, typically in the middle of the show. Had leads the charge on it. We'll ask you 10 questions, completely unrelated or completely related. They're just random questions. You can answer them to any length, and you could also decline to answer if you would like to.
Okay.
Some people have.
Okay.
And I just sit here and commentate and enjoy it.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be the comedic relief.
Yep. I bring the comedic relief. Go ahead.
All right, let's get into it. So you've opened for a lot of people, MGK, Marshmallow, Bone Thugs. Was there a overrated DJ that you had to follow up ever?
No, nobody overrated, but just ones where it was not what it needed to be. They needed a little more energy,
Really, and like
little
killed the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, like the people were into it, but then like as a DJ and with like years and years of experience within it, you can tell when like people are wanting more and they're not fully fulfilled with what they're getting.
Right.
So there's been moments where certain people I've had to go on after, and I'm just like, all right, energy was at like maybe say like a 7. Like we need to go to like a 10 now, because these people are like, they didn't fully get it.
They want.
So
they want more.
Yeah. So I just know I need to like, as soon as they're done, I need to come in and just like hit them over the head.
Slam it.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. There's a lot of different DJs in Cleveland. We got, DJ Scene, DJ Wider. Is there anybody that's like stealing gigs or trying to get over on other people and shit?
Not that, I mean, there definitely is. I'm not fully aware of it. I don't really pay attention to it, because to where I've tried to position myself to where doesn't necessarily affect me. Like there was more of like a private one where I was talking to somebody about it, and I wanted this amount. They were looking to spend this amount, and they found somebody to do it for that amount or like less. And like the person who was having the event told me, I was like, oh, all right, whatever. Like I don't really care.
Right.
Because it's their money. It's what they want to do. I'm definitely like charge more than this person, but it's just is what it is. Like
you're gonna get what you're worth.
Yeah, my price is my price, and like that's what you're getting. If you're paying that for him, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it.
So I have a question going back to the question before.
Yeah.
You talked about bringing the energy back. Is there like a go-to song you have to revitalize that dance floor?
Yeah, there's definitely a few. The only one that immediately comes to my mind to where it's like always like a good room reset would be in a Club by 50 Cent. But there's like the one edit where it like is almost like a slam in, and then it I forget how else it goes, but it slams in, tells people to get their hands up and like whatever, and then it drops into like the beat. But it's just something to where like it's always a good like reset to the floor. Everybody knows it. You can do some simple mic work of like, yo, any birthdays like in the house tonight, blah blah blah, and people always lose their mind. So like that's always just like a good one. Plus it drops it back down to like 95 BPM, 93. I'll speed it up a little bit, but to where then like you can work your way back up and do it like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that is fire. So you got voted Cleveland Scene's best DJ in 2021.
Yes.
Do you think the crown should have gone to someone else or anybody else that you could have, gave flowers to that year that was deserving of it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. So you're just saying like that year specifically?
Mm-hmm. I think you pretty much shut it down. And
did you deserve
that? I don't know. Sure, I guess. I don't know. That's actually a pretty good one. I respectfully, I don't even remember who else was on it that year. So I don't know who I could give those flowers to. I will say now, though, and kind of in general, I feel like the Cleveland Scene one is like very, lack of a better word, very like nonchalant. like no disrespect to anybody, but there's sometimes like over the years with it, there's like names on there of like people that I just see that aren't quote unquote like necessarily like relevant to it. When I think of something like that, you're playing in like a lot of the clubs, you're doing this, you're doing that, to where like I feel it warrants it more.
Yeah.
If it's like, because since it's such like an open voting system, I could put my mom as the DJ, and if enough people vote, she'll win.
Damn, that is
like,
true. I see what you're saying.
So I think there needs to be more
more of an exclusive thing to where like you gotta have a certain set of categories or your catalogs.
Yeah, more requirements to where it's just not like, and I get it, it's like a thing voted by the people and suggested by the people, but also like I think there should be more credibility.
I get
just
that.
to where it makes more sense, to where, like I said, I could put my mom as the DJ, and if I get 500 people to vote for my mom, like, cool, my mom won, and she hasn't played a thing in her life.
I feel like it's the same thing kind of with like the double XL now.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
At first, it was like real big with the artists, and now I feel like they're kind of just putting.
Yeah, you'll just see
Anybody
people
who
use,
has like a little bit of TikTok views, and you're getting on there.
exactly, like somebody you've like actually never really even heard of.
Yeah.
Again, no disrespect in any of those
no
people,
shade or
but
nothing,
I
but-
think just the reality of it is like, if we're talking about like who's the best, blah blah blah, like, I don't know.
Gotta have bigger requirements. I agree too.
I
Let me-
would say.
Let me throw a completely random question in there. I don't even know why I thought of this.
Go for it.
What's your favorite restaurant in Cleveland?
Favorite restaurant in Cleveland? That's a pretty good one. Maybe currently right now would be Sense Pizza. I think Sense is
Sense is
phenomenal.
gas.
I think they have some of the best pizza in Cleveland.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Sense is fire.
Sense is gas.
Where's it at?
It's in Ohio City area.
City Tremont-ish
Like,
area.
Sense.
yeah,
CENTS.
Sense of the pizza. Oh
yeah,
my
like
God.
Sense.
like penny cents.
Sense. No, theirs very good. Trying to think. Big fan of Cordelia.
This dude. And he
Top-
wanted you to say that so bad. I'm
No,
thinking,
hey,
no.
well, top brunch in the city, best brunch in the city, hands
I love this guy.
hands down.
So I've been saying on every episode basically that Cordelia is the best restaurant in Cleveland.
Literally.
Yes, I will say though, I think it's like in Acquired Taste. I will say first time I went when they first opened, no disrespect to Watts or Chef, but I wasn't like crazy about it when I first went, and I was like, and then I kept going and going. I'm like, all right, actually, like I love the burger box. Burger box fire, like it just, yeah.
Cordelia's fire. My first time going, I sat at the kitchen counter.
Yep.
And I got their what was it?
Belly up
Belly
combo.
up combo.
There you go.
I've memorized it.
Dude.
He's heard it so much. He's like, oh yeah, belly combo, and then he got this, and then that.
He breaks down every dish, 10 course.
Well, I'm glad
And
you
he got this drink, and then at this point he went to the bathroom.
They just did a collab with Swensons. And
Fire, did you go?
Was it?
No.
Go. How'd you not go for the
Missed
Swensons
it
collab?
too. I'm sick.
Oh, I went to Swensons to get what they did there, and then I went to Cordelia to do what they did.
Didn't you have some type of like merch or something from that?
Yeah, I just did a giveaway with Swensons. Shout out to Swensons.
Yeah, that's fire.
Damn.
I
Was
know.
that just like a 1 or 2 day thing, or is that?
It was like
still
it was
on?
going on for like
Yeah,
2
it just
weeks.
ended. I just ended it like
I know.
yesterday. I
Damn
think
it.
I posted it on Thursday.
He did. He posted. He's like, coming. This is it.
Yes.
Because
Grab it.
because Cordelia does the Kool-Aid pickles.
Yes.
They're gas.
Really?
No, so with the Swensons one, so they did the Galley Boy, but they put the Swensons they put the Cordelia pickles on it with their like pimento cheese
Wow.
that they do, and then they
Man, we're sick.
and then Cordelia did like their version of like the potatoes. Wow, this is just one huge segment for them.
Shout out Cordelia.
Shout out Cordelia and Swensons.
Sponsor the pod.
For real. I have a galley boy sitting right there.
Yeah. But no, yeah. And then Cordelia did their own thing of like the potato teasers, and then some like 1 or 2 other things, but super fire. I can't believe you didn't go if you're like
I know. I'm
always
sick.
talking about
I've
it.
seen it so many times, and I like.
It was
had
worth
the
it.
opportunity to do it.
Hella worth it.
Damn.
Do you think they'll do it again, or you think that was like a one-off?
Once in a lifetime. I don't know. Maybe like a few years down the line or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh
man,
my
that shit
God.
is brutal.
Yeah, there you go. Cordelia.
Cordelia's getting
In a
some
league
love
of its
on
own.
Wishful thinking. All right.
Congrats, you missed out.
Southside
played
House.
yourself.
Southside House versus traditional open format sets. One style to eliminate forever.
Southside House, like that's like a
Like
genre
house-
of music.
like house
Mhm.
music, kind of.
Like what? Like who? Like give me like an example of that because I'm like kind of blanking on what that might be.
You like house music, like the heavy bass, just like it's really just like sounds. That's the best way I can describe it.
It's different.
Southside House. That's how it is, or
It's just house music.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like okay, sorry, you kind of confused me because I thought because there's like garage house, there's like Chicago house, there's whatever. So I wasn't sure if it's like
Kind of like
going down
Chicago
that-
house.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
or open format.
Yeah.
Open format, just because only playing one thing for however long can get kind of boring.
That's valid.
Respectfully,
That is valid. Is there a local promoter or venue in Cleveland that nearly ruined your reputation or did anything that kind of ruffled some feathers?
no venue or anything. Maybe like there was one show I did, way back to where it was like a last minute edition. It was down at the Odeon. Somebody wanted to throw like a paint rave. And so they like booked me on at last minute and the show kind of flopped and they only paid me maybe half the money. And then I was like trying to hound them for the rest and they just kind of kept ducking me. I think they're still under my phone as like owes me money.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. I think so.
Those are the worst things.
Yeah,
the worst people.
That's bad when you have to change the contact name to owes me money.
It's legitimately just called owes me money.
owes me money. It's a
Facts right there.
confirmed.
I couldn't even tell you their actual real name, but
Jeez.
yeah, they just kind of kept ducking me. They were like, "Cool, we'll pay you this right now, and then we'll send you the rest later," which is usually never really a good sign.
Worst thing, check in the mail.
Yeah, I just kind of went with it, but it was even so bad because it was like me. Shout out, RIP to my guy, Jimmy Mack. He was on it too. It was me, Jimmy Mack, and Evie. And I remember Evie was literally just sitting outside in his car because they hadn't sent him like any of the money yet. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna come in until like they send me like at least half."
Evie is a good DJ too.
Yeah, so I was like,
That's sweet.
"Hey man, I respect it." So it kind of just like I ended up playing like some extended ass set because he didn't want to come in. I mean, like with like in reason and respect to that too. Like if they haven't sent you anything, like whatever, and the show's a bust, like
I heard Evie perform for the first time at Bright Cleveland.
yeah, this past year, yeah.
Have you been to that?
I have not gone. I want to go. I was hoping to do it one year too, and I have yet to be asked.
My mom's boyfriend is on the board,
Okay.
so we'll get you on there.
Oh, damn shit. All right, damn.
I even thought about.
There we go.
I thought about going on there for a second. I was like,
Hey,
I
do
want to
it.
step out of the weddings for the first time ever. I thought about it. I might do it.
Do it.
So
That might
Why
be
not?
cool.
I don't know
Right.
because
You scared?
no,
You sound scared.
I used to be a bartender, so I'm not scared of the club life. A DJ,
It's behind the bar. What does that have to do with anything? You got the safety of the bar.
I didn't want to be a DJ. A DJ wanted to be me. Like, I didn't want to be a
Damn,
DJ.
that's a bar.
It just fell into my. It just fell into
That's
my
a
lap.
bar, no bar.
Boom.
Thank you.
That's a bar.
EY.
Oh, shit.
See? What? See? Look.
Quit rapping.
Damn, dude. We got a class
Damn. Maybe I should stop DJing and become a rapper.
in.
That is crazy. All right, I got one. I want to know what's a conspiracy theory that you believe in. I like asking people this.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time late night on YouTube in the rabbit hole, for sure, on a lot of different things.
Brutal on YouTube.
I don't believe it, but I think it's the most interesting is like the shape shifting lizard people.
All the
Yeah.
fucking
Like,
lizards.
you ever see like the video where it was like, I think it's Justin Bieber where he's like wherever and like he blinks and like his one eye like
Yep.
changes.
I've seen a whole bunch of people like that.
Exactly.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
So that one, that whole one's like
That one is
kind of a crazy mind fuck. That one's wild. obviously, like a lot of like the 9/11 stuff is always like pretty interesting. Of just like the rabbit
Yeah.
hole. There's actually a pretty good documentary that goes in and explains like all that as of late.
I don't think we went to the moon.
You don't think?
No.
I don't know. For some reason, I believe that one's real. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah.
I have a hard time getting like cell reception on like East 21st Street. And like we went to the moon in 1960. I don't know. It just
I mean,
I know it's apples to oranges, but it's just like how can I not make a phone call right now?
$1,000 phone, $2.5 million rocket ship. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, it's
No,
probably
either.
even more than
I don't
that,
know if I
but
believe it.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
hard.
trying to think of other ones. What's yours?
Conspiracy theory I believe in.
Yeah.
I believe in like the adrenochrome, like they're cutting babies open and drinking their blood.
Oh,
to
shit,
keep
you believe in
themselves
all
younger.
that?
Yeah. No, like
Alright.
I'm like, yeah, I really do.
I could see it.
I could see it.
Shit.
Some celebrities are weird, man.
Who put
Okay,
me on?
wait. So yours is only the moon one?
No, I believe in a lot of them.
Pretty much all.
What's your second? Because the moon one's like kind of typical.
It is.
Well, honestly, I think that a lot of the conspiracies aren't really conspiracy. I think where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
So like, if there's people talking about it, there's a conspiracy. Like, oh, adrenochrome, they're taking the blood of youthful babies and drinking it. I think if somebody can come up with something like that, and there's a lot of claims, I could see it. I
There's
think
at least
people
some
are
facts to
crazy.
it.
I
No,
think
he put me onto that
Yeah.
app on Roku.
it's
If
called
you have a Roku TV, you can download this app on there. It's called
Burrow.
Burrow, and it's literally a rabbit jumping through a hole. You
Dr.
go on there.
Sebi. That's another one I believe. You ever-
Dr.
you know
Sebi
who
is
Dr.
huge
Sebi
too.
is?
Maybe.
Dr. Sebi was a doctor, maybe from the 80s or 90s, something like that.
wait.
Or
is this-
something.
He's a black doctor,
Mhm.
and he studied how to cure every disease known to man with herbal
Oh.
treatments.
Yeah.
Cancer, paralysis, AIDS, cured everything.
Everything, yeah.
And then he got put a new ad in the newspaper, had all these patients that he cured.
Yeah.
Got called up by the Supreme Court. They said, hey, you're a liar. You didn't cure cancer. He goes, yes, I did.
Yeah.
So the Supreme Court wanted like 10 or 15 witnesses, or not witnesses, patients that were cured.
yeah.
And then they had other doctors rectify and reconcile the situation. Like the doctor approved that he did have cancer
Actually,
and
yeah.
no longer had it. He brought like
He
100.
brought like
people.
100 people though. Yeah, they only asked for like. 10
And
or
then
15
he
or
died in police custody of pneumonia.
Yeah,
Sounds like a scam to me.
Okay. I actually never. Damn.
You gotta look
back
it
to
up.
That one. Yeah.
you watch it on YouTube. There's like he did a whole interview. It's like an hour-long interview of him just.
And
talking
pneumonia was
about
one
it.
of the things
It's
that he
crazy.
cured with his herbal remedies. That's sketch to me. I mean, you're dying in police custody, this guy, and he was the only case to beat the Supreme Court in like 300-some thousand consecutive cases. Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire.
It was-
Add it
it
to
was
the
crazy.
list.
That shit is crazy.
All right.
You
Wow.
got been a long
Yeah.
halftime. You got one more left, or
We'll do one more.
I was gonna say, yeah. Damn.
I'll do this
is-
one. Celebrity DJs like Diplo or the Chainsmokers. Would you classify them as real DJs or stage acts?
No, I'd say they're real DJs because even if you look at Diplo, like there's like plenty of like stuff out there and like everything of him like going back in the day of him like before he like started really making music of just being like a DJ. Same thing with like people like Tiesto. He's been around for so long, but like he's like he has his credit of
yeah,
putting in like that early work and like actually being like a DJ.
yeah, he's
So.
good.
Same with the Chainsmokers, probably. I don't know too much about them, so I can't really speak on that one. But for sure, with Diplo.
But
So let's talk about the future of Bobby Boucher.
yes.
Oh Lord.
So you just did the ILTHY collab, the 15-year.
Yep.
That was cool. I saw that.
Did you try the beer?
No, I don't drink.
I don't drink either.
There you go. Look at that.
Nice.
It's like my twin over here.
I just started
Kumar is
some
going to
last
bring
night.
us some of the 15-year beers. We're going to like put them on display. We're going to start adding to the display a little bit with like a lot of like Cleveland stuff. and
Yeah.
just-
I was gonna say I did buy cans because I like how it looks.
they look cool.
They look
Yeah.
cool.
They
for
do look
sure.
cool. So we're going to put some on display here. Shout out to Kumar.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have them. So what's the future of Bobby Boucher? Do you have anything planned, or what's the next year look like for you?
I don't know yet. Just remainder of this year, doing like a lot of traveling, everything like that, playing different spots out of state. So so far this year, been playing in Miami a bunch, which has been good. Has been leading to a lot of possible things that had like things in the works. Some fell through and never came to fruition, but like really sick, actually, like stuff that I wouldn't even like really think would be possible. What else? Played in Washington, D.C. for the first time over 4th of July, so that was cool.
Oh,
But other upcoming stuff is like playing in New York for the first time, Nashville, Scottsdale, where else? Just a lot of traveling. I'm just trying to like really get my name out there more. I feel like I've kind of done a lot of stuff here in Cleveland to where there's maybe not necessarily like much else to do, but go out.
Right.
And like, yeah, so I think just maybe the future is just, still growing myself, growing the name outside of Cleveland, just to create more longevity within it. That's the only way you can really like continue to go.
Get big in Cleveland, then expand from there.
Yeah, because it's like anything. Once you reach like a ceiling, like what like there's kind of no point to try and continue to do the same stuff here if I've like already done it.
Yeah.
So just growing that aspect.
Could you see yourself ever moving out of Cleveland?
I've like thought about it a lot, and I've had like different people ask me, and my response before was like, yeah, like I can, but right now it kind of doesn't make sense to, because if I'm able to travel and go to these other places and grow myself in that way, still have the home base here, and it's relatively like affordable here, like why not just stay here if I can still do all that? Right. There's no point if I'm gonna like travel a bunch to go move to, I don't know, just say like Miami, LA, New York, where it's 3 times the cost to live, and then I'm like barely there, or if I am barely there with so much traveling, there's no point. What, I'm gonna move to LA, spend $4,000 a month or more on
barely even at
a fucking closet room.
Yeah, it's fried.
For nothing to not even really be there that much. So like it just doesn't make sense. Like might as well just stay here in Cleveland where it is more affordable. Obviously like family is here, stuff like that, and have a good home base. So currently no. There's no exact reason to.
When you're in Miami, how hard does that Morgan Wallen Miami song go? Like, do you play that at your gigs?
Nah, I haven't.
Really?
I actually just heard that for the first time too.
And he just did the remix with Lil Wayne and Rick Ross.
I have yet to hear that, but that sounds sick actually.
Like, I feel like that would go dumb. Like in Miami, like that would just.
Nah, I haven't. I have not. That opportunity has not presented itself.
Really?
But maybe eventually.
I feel like that would be a killer.
I think you'd have to play the remix with Wayne and
you'd have to. But
probably,
that's
yeah.
why it came out, I'm pretty sure.
It'd make more sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, not yet.
Are you planning any collaborations or anything in the upcoming future?
I don't know. Not that I'm aware of yet. Who knows? It could change tomorrow, and I could get a phone call from whoever, and it could happen, or whichever. I don't know.
What about like doing your own events? Like, have you ever like thrown your own little event party, like Bobby Booshay Boom? So you got any of those coming up?
Yes. So the last, oh shit, I actually forgot to post about it. Fuck. We so last year started a party called Sunsets. I've been seeing like different people like around the country doing like pretty much the same thing, so I definitely want to do it here in Cleveland too. So not reinventing the wheel here, but basically just like so it's called Sunsets. So the whole idea is it happens once a month on a Sunday. Usually it's been like 7:30 to 10:30 on the rooftop glamper in the flats. So it's basically just feel good like house music, vibey stuff, and it's early enough to where you can come out, vibe, and then like you're home before like midnight.
You going there tonight?
No. We did one 2 weeks ago, and then this year we've been doing them as like pop-ups as well. So we'll do one at Glamper from 7:30 to 10:30, and then we've been doing them. We did the first pop-up one was at Oldie's Donut Shop in Ohio City, and we just did one at 27 Club, and those happen from like 1:30 to like 3:30. So it's just like a 2-hour like power hour, and it's just something to like give people like something to do during the day, something a little different. People who don't drink just want to go vibe and have fun. So it's just like a good party like that. So we've been really pushing that. We've got our next pop-up one. I don't want to reveal where it's at on here. I'll tell you after, just because I'm trying to keep it
Low key.
Yeah, but it's it's in the heart of downtown, and it's going to be very, very special, very limited. And I'm trying to think of how to describe it without like giving it away, but
You got some shit in the works.
yeah, it's gonna be really.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. I want to go to it.
Yeah,
Sounds cool.
it'll be very sick. So yeah. So to answer your question, yes. So that's been kind of like the event side of like throwing my own thing and like doing stuff like that. So that's just been like a little fun project that's slowly been growing and growing and growing. So happy to like continue and try to expand that even more.
That'd be fucking sweet. I'd love to pop out on
Yeah.
that'd be sweet.
That's sick.
Definitely should come out.
Show face and that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Deadass.
So, what kind of legacy do you want to leave as a DJ and also as a person?
Ugh. Fuck. That's a deep one.
Got good questions over here on the
Yeah, I know. Shit. I don't know. Shit. I'd say, I don't know, kind of in the vein of like, I say it all the time on other podcasts and just in general and stuff like that, but I think it's very, very important to do good work with what you do. I think that's like really what helps and what is such a staying power, and I think that's what certain people lack. I think nowadays, especially new up-and-coming people or people that want to get into it, kind of like you said, they want the instant gratification. So I think the legacy of just, doing good work, being good at what you do, and, like people being able to see like the heart and the passion that you put into the things that you want to do. So I think part of that, personally, I think also within it, wrapped into it, is also just like I've always been like a big proponent of like do what you want to do, like follow the dreams, do everything. Like we said at the start of like I had like family and everything that like wasn't super supportive or whatever, which is fine. They can feel that way, and they did, and now we've slightly changed their minds, I think.
Right.
So, but just like showing that like you can do it no matter what it is, like everybody should always follow it and not settle for just like average shit, which it's fine if you want to, like, if that's what you choose to do, no matter what, but just like find peace and passion in what you do. I think then too, also just, continuing to try and be a good person and like grow from like mistakes and like, things that you do. None of us can be perfect in situations, and, just trying to be good to people around us, people that care for you, and always don't take people for granted too. So I think
Very
all
good.
that summed into everything.
Very good.
I think that would be
I love it. I think that's exactly what we try to convey here on the Wishful Thinking podcast.
Yeah.
Perfect. You want to hit him with this last big juicy question, or you want me to do the honors?
You can do the honors. Go ahead.
Oh man. In a perfect world, what does your dream gig or festival look like? What would be some artists, and how would you lay it out? If you had infinite money, knew everybody in the world, what would you do?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just because it's recent and it's like on my mind, like bring back Ozzy Osbourne just to go see Black Sabbath, because like they helped influence.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they helped influence like Ozzy and Black Sabbath helped influence like just like a lot of my early taste. Like when I started playing guitar, like all their music was like the first kind of music I ever learned.
Yeah.
So him. Who else would be sick? Shit, dude, I don't fucking know. Maybe like Ozzy Osbourne mixed with like a bunch of dope Cleveland rappers, and then randomly like John Mayer. I don't know why.
That would be fun.
Sprinkle John Mayer.
Yeah, why not? And then
Sounds like a crazy concert. Crazy little
I don't
event.
know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Have Cordelia bring some burgers, sponsor
Yeah.
the event.
Cordelia with Swensons, and then
Oh, he's sweet though.
something else. I don't know.
Baba Boo with some clothes.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be such like an eclectic thing of just like a mix of like so much different shit, or then like throwing like Stevie Ray Vaughan to come and like fucking shred. And then, dude, I don't know. Like, such a mix of everything would be sick. So, I don't know. I guess that's the bare basics.
I do have a question I want to know.
This is
no, this isn't. It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. I just popped in my head. If you had to pick like one word for people to describe you, like once you've left your legacy behind and everything, like what's one word that you'd want people to describe you as?
I hate describing myself, so you're like doing me such a disservice.
I'll describe you for you.
I was gonna say, can you just read through the whole thing you said at the start?
Read through my live read?
Yeah, I don't know. There was
no. Give him a word.
One word for Bobby Booshay.
Yeah, what's the word?
Authentic.
All right, I like that. Cool.
I was thinking like raw.
Yeah.
Like
he's
authentic.
He's
himself.
raw. Yeah, he's just real raw and authentic. He's
I like that. I think that works.
Yeah, because I mean, you're you.
You're you.
You really like, I don't know, you're just you, which is cool. I like that.
All right, I guess that's, yeah. I try to like, not in like a try hard way of just like, I try to like exude that and keep that with anybody. So yeah.
What's the drip on the shoes there?
Mr. Rick Owens himself.
Ricky's on the feet.
Nah, that's I've like really dove deep into Rick as of late, more and more. But I just like a lot of his.
I was
like,
peeping it. I was thinking they were Rick's. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. I just like a lot of his ethos and like how he speaks and carries himself and how he thinks about stuff.
Yeah.
So highly enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
So the last segment before we wrap this up, this is the Life's Complete Little Instruction Book. It's some book that I got from Staples, if Staples even exists. It's a 1,526 rules of life.
Oh,
okay, it's a great book.
Okay.
If you could give me a number between 0 and 1,526, 8.
That's my favorite number. So
Let's see here.
we'll go right to the start because it seems like not many people have started there. But yeah, 8.
So here's 8.
Oh, so then am I supposed to read it?
Yep. Read it to us, and then we'll talk about it.
Compliment 3 people every day. Have a dog. I have 2, so that's already done. Watch a sunrise at least once a year. Okay. Remember other people's birthdays. I'm actually pretty good about that. / like I remember friends like parents' birthdays, but only because like out at the Danny, because me and his mom share the same birthday. Over tip breakfast waitresses. Within reason, sometimes.
Yeah.
Have a firm handshake. Definitely do that. Look people in the eye. For sure do that. Say thank you a lot. I actually do that. And say please a lot as well. I actually will follow it up with a please and a thank you.
So please and thank you.
Which one stands out to you the most on there that you think is like people should thoroughly live by and do? Because those are all good ones. I think the firm handshake is
I was gonna say I'm in between like the have a firm handshake. My dad like taught me that when I was younger of like you always like just give a firm handshake just because like just it sets a good tone and like it's also just like a good sign of respect too. Just like absolutely. If you just give like a fucking
little weak
floppy fish ass handshake.
I'll be honest about the handshake stuff. I thought about this last night. Not to be weird, but I'm like, when I meet Bobby Booshay, do I dap him up or do I shake his hand?
Oh, you could do either one, but
because I think about that. Like when you meet somebody for the first time, obviously you want to shake their hand, but if they're like a DJ, trendy cool guy, you dap him up.
We had a clean dap. Our dap was like
solid.
One of the solid ones.
I mean, I think like a dap is almost like the same thing. Like a good solid dap,
especially if it's a crisp like.
Yeah, like a.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It was crispy.
No, I mean that's always a good one, but yeah, I'd say that, and then I think also like the remember other people's birthdays. I think that's always like I think that's a little subtlety, but also just like a good thing, just in general. Like obviously you can't remember everybody's shit like that, or even like I'm like a weirdo and I check Facebook sometimes too.
Yeah, no.
But like whatever, but I'll text people happy birthday and shit of either people I know well or anything like that, or like I said, I got homies who their family members I share birthdays with, so everything like that. So I don't know. I think it's just like always a nice gesture and everybody likes to receive a happy birthday message.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
Cool. So this is no ChatGPT at all. I'm going to give a little monologue outro.
Oh man.
Wishful thinkers, we want to thank everybody for tuning in always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will have all of Bobby Boushay's links down below in the description.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can find him pretty much everywhere at Bobby Booshay. I believe it's bobbyboucher.com, right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's the main website, and then all the social handles are Bobby Booshay 216.
Bobby Boucher 216. This
yeah.
guy's authentic, true.
Yep.
He's cool as hell. He's been funny. I hope you guys enjoyed
Yeah,
every
this was
second of this like we did. Be on the lookout. He's got a lot of big things popping. Collabs coming up here. Things dropping there.
Yes,
He just
sir.
did a bunch of things. So make sure you guys tune in and mess with him and follow him everywhere. Thank you all for tuning into us. But without further ado, we thank you all for watching. See you guys later.
Peace.